Hello everyone, it's Jackie from Rose Gold Library and I'm very excited for today's video. If I sound nasally, no I don't. I'm totally not recovering from being sick and totally not having this as a result from eating a bunch of ice cream. So yeah. So if you've seen my last video, or depending how when this gets published, this is the novelization of Part of Your World. I believe I did a video on it already that's already posted up about the graphic novel version, and it is a lot more in depth as novels do. So let's get started. So this is a part of your world. This is what if Ariel had never defeated Ursula. So if you watch The Little Mermaid, it is essentially like what if Ariel lost her voice and Ursula, the sea witch, ruled over the kingdom, the human kingdom. So you could just kind of like, oh, where was that go? It starts off with, let's see, the prologue. Let me read the prologue. It is filled with dread. You immediately get a sense of dread, and that continues all the way on to the story. So this is a book by Liz Braswell. I've been reading a couple of their books. I think I've read a good amount of books so far, part of their Twisted series and the Twisted series, and it's been really interesting. So, and this is a book by Random House, like aka Disney, and this is 480 pages long. I read this during April. So it's a hefty book. It's basically almost 500 pages, and it is a good read. I was entertained. And the summary, it's the fact that like after The Little Mermaid, it starts off with basically like what happened in The Little Mermaid and how Ariel loses her voice. She's been now turned Princess Ariel to Queen Ariel of Atlantica, since everyone believes that since she was basically responsible of making Ursula turn her father into like those little sea anemones. I believe those are what they call the little creatures that are stuck in her little cove. And she believes that he's dead and she's just been ruling the seas. And how what was interesting is that they had sign language in this, and how only a few people have bothered to learn or like wish to learn. And then how Prince Eric soon is fighting the spell that Princess Vanessa, aka Ursula, has under him. So once Ariel goes back to the surface and gets back her voice, she teams up with Prince Eric, and I'll let the rest figure it out. But it is going great in the sense of like, oh, I'm getting into politics. Prince Eric actually has a personality that isn't like fishing or anything. It is just I know the human world a little bit better than you do, Ursula, and it's a little bit of sassy. I love that in here. And what I will admit, what's the difference is that the graphic novel left out some characters, Verit, and it's a side character somewhat, and just very interesting how she interacts with Ursula and Ariel, and how Ariel deals with the repercussions of her actions basically in the movie, and how that affects the actions now. And Scuttle is a great grand uncle. I don't know, seagulls are a big family. And Flotsam and Jetsam, my boys, because I play Twisted Wonderland, they barely get mentioned, but I love them. They were really kind of funny, I will admit that. So, what I found really funny is that we get Ursula's focus, point of view on how she realized that humans are super delicate because, she's an octopus and she has the blood of the gods, essentially. Because they also reference otherworldly gods, kind of like Greek gods and all that, and who has the power to wield the trident. And Ursula is planning, to world domination, of course, and dominating Atlantica, and it's up to Prince Eric, Queen Ariel, and all the little people they meet on the way to fight that. And I really love how Prince Eric in this really looks through a different perspective now, because he's basically woken up. Everyone is like, oh, he's a lovesick fool, he's just focusing on his plays. And now he's like, oh, I gotta be king, and woken up from the spell. So now he is just trying to figure out basically what has happened in the last couple of years, because why are we preparing for war? Why are we doing this? And I love how they were like, yes, some kingdoms are getting away from having a monarchy. They're decapitating them. They're doing this, they're doing that. And Ursula's like, okay, we need to go into a partnership. And what I love about this, it's a small thing, I wish I'd written it down, but I will say it right now, is that Prince Eric realizes that Ursula kind of values deals, or they value the contract more or less, and technically a marriage is a contract. And he kind of plays into the fact that Ursula never really realized what human marriage was, at least as well as during this time, that it was more like a business and social contract that they had to do. And how he's like, yeah, if you don't do it for me, do it for the fact that I'm the one that's giving you power. The fact that Vanessa, aka Ursula's disguise, is only a princess because I'm a prince. I own everything. Because, it's human society and all that. And she's like, she's like, shoot, didn't realize that. So my thoughts on this was that it was really fun. I prefer, I think, the novelization rather than the graphic novel in terms of story, but in terms of medium, I think I would love to see this playing out in animation. I also just love seeing how Ariel always gained, because she's now basically in her 20s, late teens, 20s, and just man, I didn't realize how dad worked so hard. And recommendations, I would recommend this book. I love how sassy Prince Eric is and does a lot of per quo when dealing with Ursula, and he has a bit of a cunning personality in this one. And also just the fact that Ursula is like, I hate human skin because it's dry, it's flaky, it's so sensitive, I want to go back home, but that's too late, so go big or go home, I guess. And Ariel dealing with the fact that she loves humanity, but also I just want to go see my dad again. So recommend this for people who want to have a political drama, but also, it's a YA fantasy, so there's got to be love involved. Very dramatic, I will say. And that's what I love about this book. It's very dramatic, it's very flashy in the sense of the magic system. And so I tried to do a little conch shell, the one that is on the book. So I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, mainly because for me, I personally like reading. It's like a heavy book like this. But there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you very soon. What other books should I read? Don't forget to comment down below. Bye-bye.